NBA partnered with Roc Nation to program 2 intimate music showcases at NBA House with NBA House Live. Sounds by Roc Nation, highlighting several artists on the rise. Saturday's showcase leaned hip-hop with performances by Ruben Vincent, H.T. Been Dope and Kalen.
FR. Sunday shifted RB, with Indy's very own songstress Mater, plus Eric Bellinger, who gave 2 powerhouse performances ahead of the NBA All-Star Game a couple of blocks away. Learn about the starring performers. Kalen. FR. Kalen. FR, a crooner from Compton and Carson, has cemented his place amongst the best West Coast artists of his era.
Just check out his list of collaborators: Ojeezy, Blast, G Perico, Mozzie, Dom Kennedy, Blue Bucks Clan, One Take J, and Westside Boogie. As Pitchfork once said, when you're talking about LA's new wave of expletive, talking, designer-obsessed rappers, Kalen.
FR should be included. He just happens to sing. The real Kalen Montgomery writes straight from the heart, sharing the pain caused by intimate deceptions, the strength required to leave a toxic relationship, and the zen realization that heartbreak is often no one's fault. A football star at Dominguez High School in Compton, Kalen earned a scholarship to San Diego State.
On the Los Angeles asphalt, he's a figure who has somehow avoided corny myth-making. He's a ladies' man with a big heart, someone who cares about the important things going on in the world but remains unabashedly toxic and cocky.
He appreciates pulling up to the party in a Porsche, but what matters most is preserving his realness and sense of authenticity. Without it, his songs wouldn't hit remotely the same. Ruben Vincent, 22, follows in the long line of thoughtful, talented MCs from North Carolina, coming to Roc Nation after beginning his career working with legendary producer, Ninth Wonder.
After his parents fled Liberia during the country's first civil war, they settled in Charlotte. Although he was immersed in his family's West African culture, Vincent also found inspiration in the new sounds around him.
His father played Biggie and Tupac in his Cadillac, and his cousins introduced him Lil Bow Wow's music. Vincent started his mission to rock the mic, fueled by his parents' love and expectations as they settled in their new home.
Your parents sacrifice for you to have a better life, so you have to live up to that expectation, Vincent said. While you're trying to put on for your country, your ancestors, and your last name, there are all of these barriers, like racism and classism, that you encounter as a black person.
But first-generation kids are hustlers. We're going to get it regardless. A classmate sent his tracks to Ninth Wonder, and Vincent spent high school bouncing between class and the studio, releasing 2 mixtapes while making his start in the music world. I don't have memories of hanging out with my friends and getting into trouble. I was in the studio, he said.
Instead of going to prom, I went to meet Kendrick Lamar. Through his rhymes and his career, he said he hopes to prove someone can be brilliant without sacrificing their swagger. Vincent says being a dedicated student of your craft and yourself is how you win the war.
H.T. Been Dope, a native son of Brooklyn, H.T. Been Dope has carried his love of writing into underdog success that's cut through the New York City drill scene. At a very young age, he would pen stories from his imagination, fascinated with creating what he calls something from nothing.
As early as middle school, H.T. Been Dope, unbeknownst to himself, was setting the foundation for his rap career. Soon after, his journaling transitioned to writing rhymes, as he noticed the power of music can be used as a universal creative language.
Music felt like something to be proud of, H.T. said. I was already writing, but it's this pride that comes with music, so it just made sense. Through his career, H.D. has toured with Portugal, The Man, Super BWE, Black Milk and Lil Xan.
In his latest EP, What Can They Say?, H.D. raps with the attitude of a heavyweight prize fighter. With his newest chapter in motion, H.D. will continue trailblazing his lane in hip-hop with his dynamic sound and unique creative approach.
I'm just documenting life. All my music is just human, H.D. said. I'm focused on growth, being the version of myself that I see. Meta, drawing from her experience, bristles at the word toxic when describing an ill-fitting relationship.
But there are few other words to connote the messy back and forth she experienced with her ex. She digs deep into the ups and downs of relationships on her new EP, When I Hear Your Name.
It is a raw and sensual exploration of the type of intoxicating lust that feels too good to not come from some form of love. Like my music, it feeds me, she said of the impact of the rollercoaster romance.
It's all I sing about. Her sound properly fuses everything Meta had been raised with. Growing up in Indianapolis, she had a very free childhood, thanks to her encouraging parents.
Her dad's music taste was very formative on her as he loved Corinne Bailey Rae, the Eagles and John Mayer, with the latter remaining a massive influence. Even before getting the EP out into the world, Meta was hard at work on her debut album.
She's been doing sessions all over, from LA to New York to London. She was in Miami in sessions with Pharrell. With rightfully huge aspirations leading the way. As she put it, I have a feeling it's gonna be an amazing year.
Eric Bellinger grew up in Compton, the grandson of a Jackson 5 songwriter, finding himself in football and music. He chose the music path, finding quick success. He won a Grammy Award for writing multiple songs on Chris Brown's F.
AME, Usher, Justin Bieber, and Brandy have sought his writing talents. But he wanted more. After his time in the major label system, Bellinger and his best friend Neiman Johnson formed a label, YFS, Your Favorite Song.
We've been on a trial and error mission from God, paving the way for independent R&B, Eric said. There is no one that is doing what we did. The risk paid off as the Empire distributed indie competed at the highest level.
2016's campaign album Eric B. for President yielded 2 gold singles, Drive-By, and Goat. The duo keeps expanding their team, moving forward in the industry. There's so much more out there. You can't settle, Eric said.
That drive is a reflection of personal growth for the proud husband and father. I let go of the destination and tapped into the journey a few years ago when I got into yoga and meditation. It made me unstoppable, Eric said. Art is imitating life as Eric Bellinger manifests his destiny.